千里之行，始于足下. A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we delve deeply into the Daodejing by Lao Zi. Indeed, in the West, what I have seen is that is a lot of twisting of the original simple ideas into something that's more complex, that no longer resembles the original, or sometimes is the very opposite of the original. This results in sort of a westernized, watered-down version of the Tao. So let me share with you some examples, and then we're going to need to end our meeting on that note. I think you will find these interesting, though. The westernized version of the Tao on the left-hand side, and my suggestion on how we can return to the original simplicity of the authentic concepts. For instance, I have seen this. I have seen people say, the Tao has no rules. When you run your life by rules, you've left the Tao. Oh, really? Well, something that I know about the Tao is that the Tao follows nature, nature follows the Tao. The Tao can be synonymous with nature, and I know, as we talked about today, nature has natural laws. In a similar way, a Tao cultivator has a personal code of honor. So the suggestion that you, as a cultivator of the Tao, should follow no rules, I think when you look at it this way, with the simplicity of the original, clearly this westernized concept doesn't work. Here's another one, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this before. Who's to say what is right or wrong? Why can't we regard things just as they are without passing judgment? I'm positive you have heard something like this, or a variation thereof. Here's the original concept. Here's the authentic Tao. There's no absolute right or wrong that applies to everyone. You know, what is right for you may be wrong for me, etc. But there is personal right and wrong that applies to oneself. There had better be a personal right and wrong, that is, we had better know right from wrong. That's the Tao. There's no cop-out. There's no excuses or rationale to avoid passing judgment on what is right or wrong. That is very westernized. Another one, cultivation is too intentional. You know, when I talk about Tao cultivator, sometimes I give this. Cultivation is too intentional. Nature has no intentions, so we also do not need intentions. Here's the original concept. It's perfectly natural for human beings to have thoughts, ideas, and yes, intentions. You were born with a brain naturally. You have cognition naturally. You utilize your cognitive abilities naturally, which is going to result in thoughts, and that will include intentions. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. Another westernized version of the Tao, which I also hear quite a bit, sometimes in a joking manner, sometimes in a glib way, to demonstrate how wise one person thinks he is. Ultimate wisdom is realizing you know nothing. I think that's overly simplistic, and I also think it's wrong. Here's the original. Ultimate wisdom is knowing how best to apply what you know. It is not realizing that you know nothing. It is in the practical application, the best way, the most beneficial way to apply what you know. And then one last one, having goals is a Western concept. It's better to live without goals. This is very common, and it's very wrong. It is not a Western concept, it's a universal concept. Having goals is a universal concept, and goals will be something that we can all utilize skillfully as we can with everything else. So when someone says the Tao can't be that simple, my question would be, why can it not be that simple? Why should it be more complicated than it has to be? When someone says, well, the Tao is supposed to be what I make of it, I would say, just like natural laws, the Tao is the Tao, regardless of what you think, what you make of it. It's no different from gravity. You can make of gravity what you will, but if you fall from a great height, there's going to be damage. And then lastly, I also get, well, what makes you so sure you're right and everyone else is wrong? Well, I am positive because when it comes to the Tao, I listen to the actual guidance of the ancient sages. What I study is not modern writers who get that knowledge secondhand and don't have a first-hand understanding of the ancient writings. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.